pay attention to me. Okay, ready?
Go.
I can't do it now. Okay, hold on. Theme, 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 theme. Theme, 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 theme. What song am I singing?
I don't know.
Theme, 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 theme.
You're singing theme song from that show, theme song. When Wife Gives You Lemons, that theme song. Was that
I was singing.
That was your in honor of
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John.
Don John?
Olivia Newton-John. What if her name was Olivia Newton-John?
Yeah, but
Fig Newton, Olivia
theme,
Fig.
theme song.
Her nickname is Fig. She's gonna be one.
It's not a cookie. It's not a cookie.
So here we are.
Welcome.
So I went down and got you the Diet Dr. Pepper.
Uh-huh.
I got a drink.
Uh-huh.
That's coming out.
Uh-huh.
Some. Okay, have you ever seen walking on our street? There's a kind of an old little black man with all gray hair, gray beard, kind of slow. I was seeing between the park and Fast Stop in that area.
Okay.
And today I'm going out of Fast Stop and I hear, hey, hey. Second time. Hey, buddy. You going that way? Yeah. Can I get a ride? Okie dokie. So I gave him a ride
Where?
to his house. Over there, by the park.
Okay.
So yeah, that was weird.
That was nice.
You want to hear a funny one?
Yeah, I want to tell you. Okay.
Let me tell you a funny story.
Okay, I'm going to tell you when you're back.
Okay, so my first funny story goes like this.
Oh, there's more. You have more?
Well, I do, but I can't remember, and I was going to write it down, and I still couldn't remember to write it down, so I didn't write it down. So,
Okay, go.
anyway. So I went to pick up your child the other night.
Which one?
The middle one. Wait. Yeah, the middle one.
Okay, dokie.
He was playing Dungeons and Dragons with his friends.
Uh-huh.
I've been to the house a few times,
Uh-huh.
so I kind of knew where it was. I knew what street, and I know what, like, it. The house next to it, you know, it's next to has like an empty flood control kind of thing, so they park in it. And I'm going up the hill, and it's really dark on that street. They don't have street lights for some reason on that whole street.
Uh-huh,
Really
you're
weird.
right. Uh-huh.
Really dark. So I'm rolling up, and I'm like, okay, and I'm texting, and my phone gets no signal up there. So I text him before when I came out of the canyon, I was like, I'll be there in 5 minutes, be outside.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty plain, right?
Yeah.
Driving up the street, driving down the street, driving up the street, driving down the street. I basically pull over in front of the house. I'm like, fuck, this is it. I can see people inside. I'm waiting for them to see me so he'll come out. I'm like, God damn it. He's going to make me get out of the fucking car and go get him. So I get out of the car and I start walking to the front door. Some dude walks off the side and I go, hey. He goes, hey man. I go, how's it going, man? He goes, what's going on? I go, I'm here to pick up Caleb, my son. He goes, all right, I go, I'm here to pick up my son. He goes, your son? I go, Caleb? He goes, I go, fuck, this ain't the right house. I go, God damn it. And I start laughing. I go, dude, I am so sorry, man. I go, I don't know how I did it. And I go, I think it's just up the street. And he goes, no, I'm sorry. He goes, it's cool. I go, man, I'm really sorry I wasn't free, because his garage is open and I'm walking up towards his garage.
Right.
So he's like, no, cool. And I'm sure he watched me all the way out. And then I'm looking on my phone, looking to try to find the address, and I'm driving slowly down the hill. I'm like, this is too far. So then I turn around, I start going up the street, and I pass that house, and I know they're still watching me. And I pass that house, and I'm creeping, I get up farther, and I see Caleb out on the street. Under the one street light. I go, oh, thank God.
One street.
So I pull up, and I go, all right, get in. He goes, what are you doing? Are you fucking shitting me? You saw me, you didn't yell, you didn't say anything? You're four houses fucking down, and you watched me do all this without...
Dad!
Nothing. Didn't walk down like, Dad, hey, Dad, I'm right here. Nothing. Watched me get in the car, watched me talk to the guy, watched me drive down the street, and stood there.
Get out of your car.
What are you doing? The fuck are you doing? You little bastard.
Okay.
You made me... I look like an idiot, and he just sit there and just let me just fucking sink in it, man. Just sink in it. It was ruthless.
Do you have another funny? You said you had two.
That's the thing. a fan going underneath here. It's on my leg.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what?
It better not be making noise.
I was like, oh my god, what is blowing on my leg? I thought I was like spider webs or something. I was kind of freaking out for a minute. Then I realized the fan.
Oh shit! Did I check that?
Well, it looks like things are happening in there.
No, yeah. Just keep talking.
Well, what did you do wrong?
Nothing. Just keep talking.
Oh my goodness, you ruined everything.
No, it's fine.
Why did you ruin everything?
It's fine.
We're
Shut
5
up.
minutes in and you ruined
Oh my
it.
god! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I just don't want to hear that, like that one audio we had.
Oh, that was awful. Why'd that happen?
I don't know. Maybe you had a stupid fan blowing on your
It's the
stupid
first time
leg.
I've ever had the fan going lately.
Anyway.
So I had another one. I don't remember what it is.
Okay, I have one,
Okay, go.
but I can't. I did a kegel.
Do you gotta save people's names?
I cannot say names, but it
for the
was.
safety of people.
But I was okay. There's so much to talk about. We have so much to unpack because we bought a horse. But I want to tell you about my horse experience too. But first, I was at the Comedy Store, and I was standing there talking to one of the door guys, and it was on a Thursday night. I'm gonna try and get through this one. So me and the door guy are talking, and we're just bullshitting, and Nikki Bond comes up, and she's sitting next to me, and we're talking, and we're having a good old time, and then these two men walk up, and they're very carny-esque looking. One of them's a little person, and another one had like a lobster hand. And
Okay, go ahead.
and the door guy goes, "Are you here for the Ding Dong Show?" And me and Nikki, both of our knees give out, and he goes, "Oh wait, I mean crack 'em up because Ding Dong's on Monday and we were there on Thursday."
But nobody else knows what the Ding Dong Show is, though.
But the fact that he looked at them
And thought
and
they were
automatically thought Ding Dong.
assumed they were headed to the Ding Dong Show.
And Nikki goes, "Oh my god, did he just say that?" And I was all, "Oh my god, oh my god." It was, and then they walk away and he goes, "Oh fuck." It was so funny because you look at him and you're like, "Oh,
Right.
Ding Dong Show."
Oh,
And
yeah.
he-
And the Ding Dong Show is every Monday night live at the Comedy Store.
It's the
at
longest-
10:30. It's been going since 1993.
It is the longest running show at the Comedy Store, but it's run by Don Barris.
And he basically puts a wild show on, and that's the type of people you're going to see show
And
up
it's
at
very Carney-esque. And oh.
It's completely off the rails as well.
It's insane.
I actually wouldn't mind going to see one because it's been so long.
It's been a while. Well, I'll be there on Monday.
Maybe I will too.
But oh my god, John, you're not laughing as hard as I thought you were because holy shit, it was. He's like,
I get it. It's
"Are you here
funny,
for the
so-
Ding Dong Show?" I mean, crack 'em up, and like my knees were all. Okay, so I gotta tell
I
you.
think your kid watching me 4 doors down is a little funnier at the moment.
Oh, that yeah.
Because your kid is an asshole.
I was like, it's 3 doors down.
I bet they all watched. I bet the freaking neighbors. I bet they watched. They're like, what is he doing? Why is Caleb just standing there watching his dad look like an asshole?
So
See, there's some other stuff too.
there's so much to unpack. Okay, so we bought a horse.
We bought a horse dog.
We bought a horse puppy. She is insane. I instantly regretted everything about it, and I've been regretting it since we got her.
She's fine.
I regretted
She hasn't
it.
even tore anything up yet.
My plant.
Yeah, your plants.
So, okay,
They're plants. What do you do?
but I have to tell you. Okay, so John and I have been looking at puppy porn kind of secretly, but not.
Right.
So John was on the Bakersfield app, and he's like, "Joy, I found our girl."
Right. Basset Hound.
And it said Basset Hound Mix. So on Thursday, on my day off, Brody, Odie, and I drove to Bakersfield. It opens at 10. We got there around 10:15. We walk in, and I was like, I'd like to see A13, whatever her number is, because they don't even name them now because there's so many.
Right. You said they were packed.
So, and all of them are. In fact, right now, every shelter is full because people are going back to work and they're all owner surrendering the dogs that they got on during COVID.
Yeah, because they're pieces of shit and they should have never got a dog.
Which is awful. But, okay, so I get there and these people are like ridiculously rude. And I felt extremely uncomfortable. As soon as I walked in, like one lady was giving me a dirty look. One lady, I was like, hi. And she just like kind of didn't want to help. And that's when, and I called you and I was like, hey, we're here safely. And you're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I can't fucking say these people are rude. So I texted to you. But here's the thing.
Okay, go.
We're standing there. I did okay, go again. We're standing there and this chick walks in. She walks right in front of me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So obviously you're way more important than I am. Cool. And she goes, I'm here to pick up my fucking dog. And I was like, whoa. And the lady goes, ma'am.
She just came in all hot.
All hot. And she goes, ma'am, if you read your paperwork, it says the spay truck isn't here till 11. Your dog is one of the first on the list. She'll probably be done around 11:40. This is fucking ridiculous. You guys are fucking useless. Fuck you. I'll be back at 11. Fucking assholes. And then leaves.
So you know why, right? The dog probably got out, got picked up by the pound, and then when you go to get your dog out of the pound, it cost you X amount. Well, your dog isn't fixed or registered, so I'm going to need to have the dog fixed, or you got to pay extra, blah, blah, blah. It's an extra like $200, some crazy number.
Right, because there's too many puppies in this world.
But we'll spay it for free. And then, and then she threw a fit because she didn't get her way.
It gets better.
Fucking dumb bitch.
5 minutes later, Brody and I are still waiting for somebody because they are just inundated with people and puppy.
Phones are ringing like
it was so crazy. So then another lady walks in, and she walks straight up and goes, "I need to owner surrender my dog right now." And I was like, "Whoa!" And
how unattached are you? Damn.
The lady goes, "Ma'am, at this moment, we're full." And she's like, well, every other shelter has been saying they're full too. And she's like, yeah, everybody's surrendering their dogs right now. She goes, if you tell me why you're surrendering her, I may be able to give you a list of rescues. And maybe you can get it in a rescue. But the rescues are starting to get full too. So she's like, well, it's super violent. It bit me. It's bit a couple people. And it tried to kill my chihuahua. She's like, there's a couple violent rescues that I can give you names for, and they trained the foster parents to take these violent dogs. She's like, you can try and get in, but if not, you're either gonna have to keep the dog or you're gonna have to put the dog down. You guys are fucking worthless. What the fuck are you? Blah 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 blah. And I'm all within 20 minutes.
I want my way.
Within 20 minutes, they've been called fucking useless twice. Okay. And then the piece of resistance, the piece of shit. This lady walks in.
Is this the third one?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And she looks like your ex-wife. To the point I was all, oh shit.
You're like Bakersfield. Oh my god, it's her. Oh my god.
She has a shirt on that's supposed to be like buttoned in the back. Right. Like it's a fancy shirt, but it's not buttoned. Her bra's hanging out. And her older pimp boyfriend's with her. Some Hispanic man. And he's older, and you can tell he's just worn down. And he doesn't
want to be there.
She comes in hot. I need my fucking dog. You guys are giving me my fucking dog today. And I was all, what is going on? Now, there's a lady sitting next to me, a little tiny Hispanic grandma. And I looked at her and I go, there's a lot of negativity here. And she goes, I just want to adopt a kitty. And she was so innocent, it made me laugh because she was like, I just want to adopt a kitty.
Give me a goddamn cat. I want to go home.
So they bring her kitty, and it's like kitty to go box, and she grabs her kitty to go box, and I'm all, congratulations. And she looks at me, and she puts her hand on me, and she goes, good luck, honey. And then, like, takes off with her cat to go box, and I'm all, okay. So then the lady's all, you told me if I could pay my fines by the 4th, I could get my fucking dog. And it's the 4th. Thursday was the 4th. And she goes, ma'am, you needed to pay your fines by the 4th of July. Well, I didn't have any fucking money. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to pay you if I don't have money?
Your dog's been adopted.
No, and the lady goes, your dog's still here. all we need is you to pay the $65 fine. That is ridiculous. Blah, 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 blah. And the guy goes, just stop it. I'll put it on my credit card. And I was like, okay, he's level-headed.
Too
but,
fast for that dog.
Yeah. So you know how you always say, you know, you're in kind of a shitty part of town by how many, like, bail bondsmen and
Right.
check cashing
Yeah.
places? I also want to add to that list, if you walk in a place and it says no public restrooms.
Ooh.
Right? Because anytime you walk into a dirty place, or like a rundown, icky place,
Right.
there's no public restrooms.
That's correct.
So, by the way, there's signs everywhere. Which, you know me, I always have to pee. So I walked in and I'm all, oh, shit. So I'm sitting there and the guy goes, I gotta go take a piss. Well, who talks like this? And so she goes, sir, there are no public restrooms. And she points at one of the billion signs on the wall. And then he turns around and he goes, where the fuck do you go when you gotta take a piss? She goes, well, we use the employee bathroom. And he's like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? And, I mean, this is like within not even an hour. And then the lady goes, you can go to a gas station. And then he starts in, you guys are useless. What is my taxpayer money going to? Ba, 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 ba. And I'm all, no wonder these people are grumpy as hell.
Right.
Like, holy crap. And I'm also in my head going,
fuck you, fucking shitty ass motherfucker.
I'm also thinking, I'm taking a dog home today. I have to get at least one soul.
One baby out of here.
Yes. So,
I'll take the horse.
So we're walking, finally somebody comes and we're walking down and there's dogs. You know, you're walking through the things and Brody's all, Mom, look at that one. Mom, look at that one. I'm all, Brody, I could only make eye contact with one. And if you were there, you may have picked somebody different. I don't know. I always fuck things up like this.
Maybe.
You should never
I
let
probably should have looked.
Yeah.
I don't know how many dogs they had. Lots.
All of them.
They had all of them.
So then we go and we get to Gilly's cage and she's with her brother. And on it says bonded pair. And I'm all, dude, I can't take two dogs. And she's like, no, the brother just got adopted. And I go, you guys are breaking up bonded pairs? She's like, at this moment, we're just adopting dogs out. Anybody wants a dog, fucking take it. So the lady puts the leash on her, and she's like, I don't think this one likes me very much. And she's yanking on Gilly, and Gilly is just trembling. So I go, can I pick her up? And she's like, if you want. I pick her up, Gilly kicks her horse leg out, and unleashes one of the other dogs. And that dog fucking takes off. And it was like...
escapee.
It was all, thanks, Gilly, I love you.
Thanks for the effort.
See you on the other side. So that lady has
I'm out of here. I'm getting euthanized. I'm getting out today.
So that lady had to go get that dog and wrangle that dog back in the cage. And I'm holding Gilly and she's shaking and she's like trying to crawl into me. At this point, I was like, I'm adopting this dog. Like, and also when I saw her, I was like, that is not a basset hound. That is not a basset hound.
That's no.
Yeah. So then we take her out into the yard and I sit down and she's trying to crawl inside of me and she's shaking. And then Brody came up to her and she immediately submits. But as she's submitting, I realize she doesn't have a tattoo. And I'm all, shit. Because we had to go back for Mitzi and we had to go back for Far.
That's correct.
So I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to have to drive to Bakersfield. So I'm all, she's not spayed. And the lady's like, oh, let me check. And I'm all, she doesn't have a tattoo or a scar. She's not spayed. So the lady's all, is A1, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no. I'm like, fuck. So we put her back in the cage and she is just shaking uncontrollably. So I go back and I'm filling out all the paperwork and I put your driver's license on it and I put your name on it as well because I was like, if we go back, you might have to be the one to go.
Right.
So then the lady's all, you guys came from far away. And I'm like, yeah, it took me about an hour and a half to get here. So she's like, hold on. So she calls the spay truck and she goes, good news, I can get her spayed today, but I don't know when. And I was like, do you know what time? She's like, she'll be done by 4. Now, I also have to be at the Comedy Store at the end of the night.
Right.
So I'm like, shit. So Brody and I have an adventure in Bakersfield. Because she's like, don't go far.
Today, we are going to have an adventure in Bakersfield.
We went to Walmart. Security up the wazoo. Oh, and then, this is Brody. So we go and I get gum and Brody's like, Mom, can I get gum too? And I was like, yeah. So we have my gum, Gilly's new leash or Gilly's new collar, and Brody's gum. And lady rings me up and I'm not paying attention and the lady's like, oh, do you want to pay for this gum too? And Brody goes, that's my mom. He's like, yeah, my mom's going to pay for my gum. He talked about it the whole day.
He was like, that's my mom, lady.
And he's
she
all...
thought he was in there by himself.
Yeah, and he's all... So, like, the whole time he's like, are you going to pay for those fries too? Like, he was so mad.
I figured he thought he was a big boy.
No, he was pissed. He was like, Mom.
Bitch, I don't got no money. Did you see my mom?
So then we go to Walmart, we go to Target, we went to Big Lots, we went to 99-cent store.
So you went to all the ghetto stores.
Yeah, and then also, so Brody finally goes, Mom, I don't want to go shopping anymore. And I'm like, dude. So I go, hold on. So while we're at Sonic, I was all, things to do in Bakersfield, and I'm all, Brody, if it fucking says meth, we're going home.
I was going to say it's all, enjoy the sunset with crystal meth.
So I was like, if it says meth, we're going. But it was like, and I'm not kidding you, it's all, enjoy Hart Park. Go to Magic Mountain. Like, it was like trying to get us back into Santa Clarita.
It's all, go back.
Don't go. So I was
It's
cracked.
like, get out of Bakersfield.
So I I was like, I know. I was like, I know, Brody. So we went to Barnes & Noble. And we sat there for like an hour and a half just reading books. And it was
like
probably
4 people in the whole place.
Right.
Nobody reads there.
It was amazing though. And then the lady called, and then you called and you're like, hey, the puppy's done in like 20 minutes. And I was like, dude, that's weird. Okay, so we drive. And I walk into the shelter and the lady goes, oh, good, she finished early. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, we'll mail you all the licensing and microchipping stuff. It's all being...
Just take the dog and get the fuck out.
And I go, okay. And I'm standing there and she's like, okay. And she goes, well, do I owe you anything? She's like, no, she's free. And I'm like, okay. So I walk out and we go to the truck. So basically it's a toy hauler that they have changed into a neuter and spay.
Right, so it's a little operating room.
It's a little mobile operating room. So I walk up and they're like, last name, and I'm all, Barnett, and she's like, oh, we're almost done with her. And I'm all, you're still operating on her? And she hands me the pain pills and she's like, every 12 hours and half a pill tells they're done. That's the only instructions I got, John. They wheeled her out on a gurney. Her tongue is lolling out. There's another dog that comes out that Brody fucking thought was funny because he was like seeing color. He was like, he thought it was amazing. We were cracking up. And then they go, okay, what car is yours? Oh no, first they go, she just finished surgery. She's probably going to be groggy for like 10 minutes. Do you want to wait? And I was like, I have an hour and a half drive home. And she's like, oh, then just take her now. And I'm
This dog's going to come out of surgery and be in a car. What in the fuck is happening right now?
They wheel the gurney.
Think about that.
I know. No, it gets worse. And they're like, which car are you? I'm like, the black Honda. So they wheel the gurney, and then I open the door, and I go, do you want me to get her? And the lady chucks her in the back of the car. And I'm all, whoa! Like, verbally, I was like, I went like Blossom. I was all, whoa, Joey! Like, whoa!
Calm yourself, lady.
And she goes, okay. No instruction sheet on how to handle a spayed dog. No QR code I could scan with an nothing.
So, we named her Gilly.
We named her Gilly.
Named after this SNL character, Gilly, because she's up to no good most of the time.
Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, sorry. And
Gilly.
She's a hillgilly.
She's a hillgilly.
She's a hillgilly from Bakersfield.
So we now have a dog from a Downey shelter, a Palmdale shelter, and a Bakersfield shelter. We're fucking heroes.
We're fucking puppy heroes.
Oh my god, we're so dumb though. So then I drive home. She whines the whole way. Like, it's heartbreaking because
she's so hurting.
She's hurting and she's away from her brother. Like, it was awful. So we get home and she basically was like asleep on the living room, and then I have to get ready to go to the Comedy Store, and I'm like, my head is like gone. Okay, I have the greatest story for you. So I get to the Comedy Store, and there...
Are you moving on now?
Yeah, we're at the Comedy Store.
Okay, so puppy's home, puppy's safe,
home.
Introduced to the family, everything's good.
Go. Farley's like, you bought me a puppy?
Yeah,
and then Mitzi's like, you bought a puppy?
You're stupid, and she hates the puppies.
So I'm at the Comedy Store, and there is a female comedy stalker. Piece of shit.
Right.
Awful
You told
person.
me about this.
Yes. Okay, but here's the thing. Kim Congdon, Annie Letterman, Sarah Tiana,
Right.
Christina P.
All
He's
tough girl comics. They're
Yeah.
all strong and tough.
and he's scaring the shit out of all these women. So anyway, I was like, hey, I massage one of the main guys who does celebrity stalking cases for LAPD. And she was like, okay, so I'm trying to get her in touch with him. And I was like, yeah, he's done, like, people who have had stalkers. I'm not going to say names except for one. I was like, he's also helped Dane Cook. And they were all, oh, shit, Dane Cook. And then we all started talking, and we started telling our Dane Cook stories. Okay, now you heard the story that Ryan Sickler told with Tom Segura. I think it was on Two Bears, One Cave.
So.
Okay, so Dane Cook used to have a night at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the Chappelle thing, right?
Yes, okay, but I can make this better. So, just quick story. Dave Chappelle shows up on, Dane Cook's night. And Dane Cook will never say anything to you. Same with when we were in the kitchen. He told the managers to tell us not to look him in the eye. Like, he will never...
Did he really?
Oh, yeah.
That happened?
Yeah. He will never...
Oh, what a fucking clown dick.
He will never tell somebody to their face. He always has somebody go in between. So anyways, he had the manager go and tell Chappelle, hey, Chappelle, this is Dane Cook's night. We need you to do a tight 15.
Fucking pedo.
Now, Dave Chappelle does one of the best chess moves I've ever heard. Now, what we heard, what Ryan... And we don't know if this is true. This is just legend.
This is allegedly.
This is alleged, but it's fucking amazing. So apparently, Dave Chappelle gets on stage and actually does a tight 15. Okay, but then the story goes, hey guys, I don't normally do this, but if you want, I'm going to stay outside. I'll smoke a cigarette with you. You want to take pictures? And then...
I'm going to hang out for about 15 or 20 minutes.
No, like hours, because he didn't want anybody to trickle back into the room.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But he also, the kicker, which none of us knew, Anthony Jeselnik goes, I heard he also said, I'll call your mama. Everybody stood up and walked. Because, of course, if Dave Chappelle's going to call your mom, that's and apparently he stayed out, allegedly.
He was in there calling everybody's mom.
He was calling it, like, because he wanted it to stay so long that nobody would go back in.
To watch Dane Cook.
Yeah, so he, like, did it for 2 hours. So Dane Cook was in the
crowd
fucking...
was fucking empty pretty much.
Isn't that fucking fantastic?
Yeah, you reap what you sow.
That is, like, a chess move from... That is, like, brilliant.
Yeah, you reap what you sow. I mean,
did it. I'll do a tight 15. I told you.
If you're an asshole, just like Rick did to him.
Oh, my God. But I told the Rick story. I was like... Well, what he did to Rick Ingram, and they're like, what did he do to Rick Ingram? So, like, I had all the comics, like, looking at me.
Right.
Like, I was like, oh, shit.
Rick was off of work and just drinking at the Comedy Store, and he thought he was working, and he drove up in his Jeep and threw his keys at him, and Rick just let him hit the ground.
Uh-huh.
And he's all, park my car, and he's all, fuck you. And he's all, pick up my keys. He's all, fuck you. He's all, pick up my keys. He's all, fuck you. And he pick up my fucking keys. And he picked him up and threw him in the middle of Sunset.
Chucked him in the middle of Sunset.
And then walked away.
And then he tried to get him fired, and the managers were like, he's not working. Like, we can't fire him for not, when he's drinking, and why would you want him to park your car while he's drinking?
Dumbass.
So anyway, I thought that was fantastic. But, so a bunch of things happened that night.
Okay.
Gene Simmons came in with his son, Nick.
Right.
Which was amazing. I didn't get to talk to him because everybody was, like, all over him, but I was like, holy shit.
Like, he's a legend.
Yeah, and he was super humble, super nice. So, and then this other guy walks in, and he's a good-looking guy. He's He's small. And everybody's, like, taking pictures with him and, like, fist-bumping him. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? So he walks up to me, and he's like, hey, are you going to be here all night? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, do you want to massage, like, the #1 boxer in the United States? And I'm all, is that what you are? And the whole place started laughing. And I was like, sure, I'll hurt you. And then I told him, I was like, dude, your face is too pretty. And he's like, I'm fast. And I'm like, okay. So he leaves. He never came back, but later on I was outside, and I was like, you never came back? And he's like, dude, I forgot. Are you going to be here next time? And I was like, I'll get you. Well, then I'm standing there, and this guy, this humongous, scary guy who has tattoos all the way up his skull, is in the room and people are talking to him, and I'm like, that guy. He was scary looking.
He is a little intimidating. He's very intimidating looking.
But here's the thing.
He's very nice though.
He walks up to me. He leans down and whispers, and I was like, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. He goes, hey, I'm hosting the show tonight. I'm really nervous. Will you massage me and relax me? And like my heart melted. I was like, oh my God. And then so he gets on the chair and I'm like massaging him and I'm all, what do you do to your body? And he goes, oh, I'm Jason Ellis. And I'm like, okay, Jason Ellis. And he's like, no,
He's a professional skateboarder.
Yeah, and he's like, I did some MMA. He's like, I have a podcast with Tony Hawk. And I was like, oh shit, like you're someone. He goes, yeah, I fall down for a living. I'm like, maybe you should stop doing that. And he started laughing. And then he gets up, and I looked at him, and I go, why are you nervous? And he's like, because I go, you're terrifying looking. I go, fucking go out there and tell them if they don't laugh, you're going to bite their face off. And he's laughing. I'm not kidding. I was like, if I look like you, I just walk out there and be like, fucking laugh now. And like, I had him laughing, so that was cool.
That's cool.
And so it was just a crazy, amazing, cool night.
Very cool.
And then I came home to my horse dog, who is learning. And like I said, I am so regretting this. Oh my God, we did it. And then last night, John takes her potty.
Oh my goodness.
You wanna?
She comes in. Well, so I let her out because I knew she had to go. So I let her out, and I was like, well, she's out there. I'll make her stay out there a little longer. I'll go use the restroom. So, a couple minutes go by. I go back out. She's sitting by the door. I open the door. She comes in. She goes to get the drink of water. And I'm like, and she's like acting like she's irritated on her face. So I'm rubbing her mouth. And I was like, that's weird. It's like, it was almost like there was rocks in her mouth. So I turned on the lights, and I was like, I don't remember her lips being this hard, right? Like, it was weird.
It was weird.
And I look, and her lips are swollen. She looks like a clown. Like, her lips around her whole face, her whole snout her lips are swollen. Like, you could see her puppy lips.
And her eye was...
And one of her eyes swelled up, and it looked like it was going to pop. It was all watering. So she'd gotten stung by a bee drinking out of the little pool at 3 a.m. So we had to give her Benadryl to make her feel better and help her. And now she's
back.
She's unswelled and an ass.
An ass?
I think she's doing pretty good. Personally, I think she's doing good. You act like she's not doing well, but I think she's doing pretty good.
I will say she learned sit within an hour.
And she learns here. She knows what that means.
Yeah,
she knows that she knows she's going to get in trouble if she doesn't come to you.
And John's
she's in a tester right now.
John's like a horse whisperer. I mean, John's like a dog whisperer.
I don't whisper to horses.
Well, you do now, because
right.
we got one.
Yeah, and then, so it's busy the next couple weeks. Because this week I got to start getting cars together. I'm way behind. I got to get national cars together. There's a race Friday. I got to get everything ready. Then there's the nationals next week, and then the week after that I go to North Carolina for my friend's celebration of life.
Yeah, so we might miss that podcast.
I can call in. Maybe you should have a guest. Maybe you should do it with one of the boys or Tyler or somebody.
Maybe. We'll see.
Talk about his book coming out, his book cover.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, get him on there and talk, have fun, talk some shit to him.
Yeah.
You guys might have a fun, good time.
We might. We'll see. I don't know.
Or you take a whole week off and we put up a best of.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Oh my God, Brody and I were watching SNL, because now Brody's into SNL, because I made him watch the Gilly skits. And there was...
Gilly, did you set that guy on fire?
Sorry.
What? Did you set him on fire?
Sorry. But he was watching this episode. I've never heard this saying before, but it fucking made me laugh. So this lady's talking about getting abducted by aliens, and she's like, she was peeing, so when they did it, her pants were down, and she's like, yeah, so like my cooter trap was all out, and she's like, you could see my dong hole and my wrong hole, and
your dong hole and my wrong hole? That's funny.
I laughed.
Which one do you want, the dong hole or the wrong hole?
That's the wrong hole. You're supposed to put it in the dong hole. We're not in a hotel.
They're both the dong hole.
Oh my God! And then Jason Ellis, we were talking about it, and I was talking about how I have the new bit about my hotel hole, my hotel, and he's like, you can put it in my ass whenever you want. And I was all, no, Joy. And like I said it out loud, I'm all, no, Joy, no. And I looked at him and I was all, no. And he's laughing. I'm all, I just want to peck someone. It's not cheating if it's not it's not cheating.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I don't want to do it.
I just fucked that girl with my hand, fucked the dildo in her. That's not cheating.
All right.
Am I wrong?
No. You put it in the dong hole.
Fuck you. You're getting it in the wrong hole.
Oh my God. Speaking of wrong holes, our pony horse dog.
Shit's like a dinosaur.
Oh my God. It's the biggest things I've ever seen.
She's 10 months old? 10 months old,
they
and
say.
she's bigger than Farley.
I think she's even younger.
She's a fucking puppy.
She's a puppy.
She still has puppy teeth.
Yeah, she still has puppy breath.
Ooh, true.
Yeah, I don't think she's as old as they say.
Yeah, they just want to alpha.
Yeah, well, that's why they were like, let's just say she's a basset hound. She's 4 foot tall.
Hey, this lady's dumb. She'll think she's a basset hound.
As soon as I saw her, I was like, when you walked in, I was all, we fucked up. But I didn't want to tell you.
You called me on the way home from Bakersfield, and you're like, hey, I think I fucked up. I'm
But
sorry.
I couldn't leave her. John, she was, if you would have seen how
She was
scared.
pathetic.
She was so sad.
She's still pathetic right now.
She is still
sometimes. She does
pathetic.
a lot of pathetic things. Like when I tell her here and then I grab her, she like folds around me.
She's,
I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh my God, you're not sorry. Just
sorry.
Quit acting like that.
Sorry. But she, like, follows our dogs around.
Follows anybody.
Yeah, she does. She followed a crackhead home to now.
Right, but I was telling him, I'm like, just keep walking, dude. Don't acknowledge her, because he kept turning around. Like she'd slow down to stop, because I'd call her and she'd stop, and then he'd turn around. You gotta go home, and I'm like, oh my God, knock it off, dude. Go, just keep walking. Turn around, don't fucking talk to her, just keep walking, and I will handle it. Fucked up, fucking motherfuckers.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Do you have any more stories?
If I could ever remember that other funny one, I'd tell you, but I can't.
Let's see. That's about it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't laugh harder on the fucking Are You Here for the Ding Dong show. Oh my God.
It was
Maybe you had to be there.
It was more of a had to be there, I think. I would
Because-
have probably laughed just as much had I been there.
Like Nikki, she grabs me and she's like, did that just happen? Like, oh, it's funny.
That is cool.
All right,
Let's get out of here. Like, click, subscribe.
lick clit surprise.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Oh, if you want a button, just
Ooh,
say.
you know what? There was something on number 6. I was going to tell number 6 and I forgot.
Button. If you guys
No.
want a button, if you want a sticker.
I almost remembered for a second. Almost.
There's this thing in your phone called Notes. You could even call yourself or text message yourself. Like, you know how many voicemails of book plots I have? Like, if you listen to all my saved voicemails, it's just book plots.
Book plops.
Plops, yeah, John, because I write plops. Plop, plop.
Fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Do you remember those?
Yeah, did you know what that is? That's hypnosis.
What? Plop, plop, fizz, fizz?
The way advertising does it, it's, yeah.
They want you to buy their product.
Yeah, so they do something like that, and it's repetitive.
Right, because it gives you
It's hypnosis. Anyway, all right. Goodbye.
good day.
I'm done with you.
Why are you done?
I don't know. You just made me in a bad mood.
What?
Yeah,
No.
right now.
Ugh.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
No, you're the weakest link.
You're weaker.
So?
Oh my God, I'm so sore.
But at least I'm not the one getting in the wrong hole tonight.
That's what you think.